The Village is a 2004 film written and directed by well-known filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan. It portrays a small village in the middle of the woods, geographically and socially isolated from everyone and everything. Although they believe the people in what they call the towns are evil, there is much more to why they don't have a connection to anywhere else. To their knowledge, the surrounding woods are inhabited by monstrous creatures deemed as those we don't speak of. As long as they stay out of Covington Woods, the home of said creatures, they do not threaten the village and the people in it. In the climax of the movie, our main protagonist Ivy must venture through Covington Woods to find a town and gather advanced medicines. It's already a harrowing task as the forest is known to be inhabited by those we don't speak of, but Ivy was born blind. After she hears something in the woods imitate her cane snapping, she becomes panicked and starts frantically running. She eventually stops to catch her breath, but little does she know she is in a huge patch of red berries. This shot makes use of mise en scène, which is a French term that directly translates to putting in the scene. It is used to describe whatever the director chooses to include in a shot. Now, red is known as the quote-unquote bad color in Ivy's village since it attracts those they don't speak of. This use of mise en scène adds dramatic irony to the scene as Ivy has no idea that she's surrounded by the bad color. After only a few seconds of ending up in the berry patch, Ivy turns as she hears breathing behind her. Standing a few yards away is a large humanoid creature covered in bones and dressed in red. She backs away to hide behind a large tree, only to find that within seconds the creature is hunched on the opposite side of the tree. This entire scene is significant to usual cinematography because we are seeing a point of view shot of what Ivy should be seeing. However, due to her blindness, she does not see what the creature stalking her actually looks like. To add to this point, Ivy tries to slowly walk away from the creature, but she steps on a branch and attracts its attention. After they have a one-sided stare down, the monster begins to charge at Ivy. It isn't much, but there is a slight delay in her reaction to running away. Even though she was looking straight at the creature and we saw her quote-unquote point of view, she can't actually see her own point of view and had to rely on the sound of the creature moving rather than the sight of it. This adds to the extreme tension and suspense of the scene as the cinematography highlights how Ivy has to survive this encounter without being able to see where she is going or her attacker itself. The Village makes use of cinematography and mise en scène in Ivy's encounter with those we don't speak of in Covington Woods and throughout the movie as a whole. These techniques and the use of the fact that Ivy is blind adds dramatic irony and suspense throughout this mysterious film.